Matt Flanagan has an unlikely profile for an NFL prospect. Flanagan started his career at Rutgers as a walk-on before earning a scholarship. A 6'6", 260-pound New Jersey native, Flanagan was used sparingly in his threes with the Scarlet Knights. He had 6 catches for 29 yards in his final at Rutgers after highs of 11 receptions, 110 yards and 3 touchdowns as a redshirt sophomore. He graduated from Rutgers, earning his degree, and wanted to pursue a master's degree in research-based science. Being a biological sciences major, in order to pursue a doctorate degree, which is something I plan on doing, I need to get started on my thesis at the same university, Flanagan said then. In most scientific communities, it's accepted to start another research project at a different school and keep going through dissertation. Flanagan was part of a select group of Rutgers students studying at the Aristide Research Center. He spent 3 years researching with the hopes of publishing findings on the effects of creatine supplementation on osteoblast differentiation. In other words, they are investigating how the supplement, popular among bodybuilders and made famous by MLB sluggers like Mark McGwire, impacts the cells that synthesize bone. I started to ask questions, Flanagan said. If it is so positive and beneficial for your muscular health, what can it do to other cells in your body? There is plenty of documented data about what it does, not only to your body, but also to your brain. One of the really interesting thoughts that I had is, what can it do for bones? So Matt Flanagan moved on to the University of Pittsburgh, but he still had a year of eligibility remaining as a football player. This is how his arrival at Pitt was described by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. When Pat Narduzzi tweeted his usual commitment alert after Saturday's scrimmage, it seemed Pitt had a new recruit in the fold. Turns out, it's not a high school prospect but a grizzled veteran of college football. Matt Flanagan announced Monday afternoon on Twitter that he will graduate from Rutgers and transfer to Pitt, making him immediately eligible in the fall for his final. Flanagan is now 23 years old, and an undrafted free agent tight end under contract to the Washington Redskins. As you can tell from the comments and news reports above, he has had a very limited career as a pass catcher. Here's a quick look at his career statistics. It doesn't appear that Flanagan is likely to supplant Jordan Reed or Vernon Davis as a pass catcher, but he may bring a skill that the Redskins need. He appears to be a willing blocker. There's not a lot of film available on Matt Flanagan, but the highlight reel below shows a guy who looks like he can haul in a pass if it comes his way, and has the ability to move defenders out of the way. Here's what Gibbs Forpotus had to say about Washington's undrafted free agent tight end after watching this film. An overview of his college career. Matt Flanagan played in 12 games in 3 years at Rutgers, where he caught 18 passes. Flanagan caught 11 of those passes, including 3 touchdowns, during his sophomore at Rutgers. He may have shown promise but my guess is that injuries derailed his career somewhat. After graduating, Flanagan was able to transfer to Pittsburgh for his final year of eligibility. He had his best statistically with 17 receptions but was limited to only 8 games. He also didn't catch a touchdown in 2017, so his college career totaled 35 receptions, 295 yards and 3 touchdowns in 20 games over 4 years. The Almost Invisible Man finding film of Flanagan was an adventure. His agency put out a 4-minute highlight reel of him mostly blocking. There were no downfield catches in the short accumulation of plays, so my best guess is that Flanagan didn't have any. A willing blocker. Looking further, I found tape of Flanagan's teammate Brian O'Neill versus Syracuse and I was able to watch Flanagan some in that game. He is a good blocker and uses good form and technique. He appears to be too high when he is blocking, but he is 6'6" and was usually blocking smaller players on the perimeter of the play. Despite weighing 260 pounds, Flanagan has a slight build. He could obviously add bulk and muscle to his frame with an off-season in the Redskins' strength and conditioning program, and I believe that increased size could help Flanagan develop into a good blocking tight end in the NFL. Limited route tree, but reliable hands. I was also able to watch a short clip of Max Brown, the Pitt quarterback, versus Rice, and saw a few plays with Flanagan. The other clip I watched was of Marcus Allen of Penn State, and Flanagan had even more plays in that game. The only passes that I saw going to Flanagan were shovel passes behind the offensive line, and passes into the flat with the quarterback rolling out. He didn't drop any of those passes but had limited runs after the catches. His career average per catch of 8.7 yards reflects that of a short passing game target. How would he fit with the Redskins? I think Flanagan has the potential to develop into a third T used primarily in blocking situations. He might also have some value in the red zone due to his height. Barring injury to a player ahead of him, I don't see any way that Flanagan makes the 53-man roster. Even in the event of multiple injuries, there are better options on the Redskins' 90-man roster than Flanagan, and in the event of multiple injuries, the Redskins are likely to seek a trade to acquire a player ready to play in real NFL games. Even making the Redskins' practice squad may be tough for Flanagan. Manasseh Garner has experience with the team and also played at Pitt. Flanagan has a big size advantage over Garner though, and the Redskins need better blocking from the tight end position, so I give Flanagan an edge over Garner to make the practice squad for now. Training camp and the preseason games will determine the winner. Let's take a look at some of Matt's Twitter feed. Every team must ask themselves this weekend, do we have tight ends that can block like Croft and Hewitt? They're here. There is a shortage of eastpick.twitter.com/Puckersman. Brian Baldinger at Baldenphil, August 28, 2017. 0% 0 votes, 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 0 votes. Total vote now 0% 0 votes, 0% 0 votes, 0% 0 votes, 0% 0 votes, 0 votes. Total vote now.